On one dark night in the city, where silence reigned and the night covered every corner, a man was walking steadily through its narrow streets. He was carrying something heavy on his back, yet he moved without making a sound, as if he were part of the silence itself. He stayed hidden in the shadows, not wanting anyone to see him, preferring to remain unknown among the people of the city. Zayn al-Abidin, one of the greatest figures in Islamic history, would carry food and charity by night on his back, delivering it to the homes of widows and the poor in the city, without them ever knowing who the giver was. He did this alone, without a servant or an assistant, and carefully chose the night to ensure that no one would see him. His goal was simple: to give to those in need without anyone knowing. Each night he would walk silently, carrying food in his hands, delivering it to the homes of the poor in the narrow alleys. He would leave it at their doorsteps and leave, making sure everything was as it was, with no trace or hint of his identity. There were no names, no recognition, and no one knew who was behind the kindness. He never wanted anyone to know. He desired that his acts of charity remain secret, believing that the best way to give was without seeking praise or acknowledgement. What mattered to him was that the food reached the mouths of the hungry, not who delivered it. His only desire was to seek the pleasure of Allah, not fame or any recognition. For years, Zayn al-Abidin continued his nightly charity work. The poor and the widows in the city never knew where the food came from. They thought it was either sent by someone unknown or perhaps a gift from the heavens. But the man behind these acts remained an enigma. He worked tirelessly in silence, never seeking attention but simply fulfilling his duty to those in need. Did he ever feel sadness? Did he long for praise? No, he lived in deep satisfaction, knowing that what he was doing was more significant than any fame or recognition. He was content, knowing that his deeds were being accepted by Allah. Years passed, and still Zayn al-Abidin carried on his secret acts of kindness. But as with all great stories, everything was bound to be revealed one day. When he passed away, something incredible happened. The poor and the widows who had been receiving help for so long began searching for the source of the kindness that had been reaching them for all those years. And when they examined his body after his death, they discovered dark marks on his back, marks from the weight of the food and charity he had been carrying all those years. But here's the shock. No one had ever known who this person was who had been bringing them life in silence for so many years. How did they discover the truth? They found that the dark marks on his back were caused by the weight he had carried while delivering food and charity each night. The truth was revealed, and they understood the source of the kindness, not through words, but through the silent testimony left behind on his body. Zayn al-Abidin had never sought recognition, never wanted to be known for his deeds. He only wanted his charity to remain secret, for he knew that this was the highest form of good deeds, acts done in secrecy, known only to Allah. The lesson we learn from this deep story: charity given in secret is one of the most beautiful and beloved acts in the sight of Allah. It is the type of good deed that preserves the dignity of the poor, helping them without causing them embarrassment or humiliation. And in the end, it is this secret charity that Allah loves and rewards immensely. Think about this for a moment. How many times have we passed by someone in need without thinking to help them? How many times have we been able to change someone's life, but didn't because we were waiting for recognition or praise? Now there is an opportunity for us to be like Zayn al-Abidin, to help the poor and needy in secret, with sincerity, and expecting nothing in return. The truth is, charity done secretly is what elevates us both in this world and the hereafter. If you enjoyed this story and want to be part of this noble act, remember that secret charity lifts our status before Allah. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more great content.